Hello and praise the Lord. How are you all? I'm so glad to be back with another message, praising God so much for this opportunity through this medium. How's your health? In this lockdown time, are you coming closer to God or are you living in sin and going farther from Him? Are you really implementing every sermon that you listen and making your life better? I would like to hear your response. So today I would like to talk to you from Isaiah 66. When I was reading Isaiah 66, this particular verse 9 stood out to me. It says, I will not cause pain until something new to be born. Did you hear that? God said, I will not cause pain until something new to be born. Without going through some kind of pain, nothing new begins. Without pain, nothing changes. If you see a coin, it has two sides. Likewise, every person in this world has to go through two sides of life: sorrow, discomfort, joy, laughter. That's why Solomon said in Proverbs 3:4 that there's time for everything. A time to laugh and a time to cry. A time for sorrow and a time to dance. I don't really know in which area you're going through pain, but I can remind you of one thing. Pain makes us bitter or better. Pain makes us stronger or weaker. Many a times through experience we can tell that only because of pain we run to God, we come closer to God. Isn't that true? I don't really know in which area you're going through pain, but I can remind you of something. Pain makes us bitter or better. Pain can either make us a stronger, wiser human being, or it can create bitter roots inside of us. Sometimes pain brings us closer to God. Isn't that why sometimes God allows us to be broken? Pain changes our routine. Pain changes the way we think. Many a times we forget how God has blessed and delivered and rescued us. So sometimes pain allows us to remember what all God has done for us. Every person experiences different kind of pain. If you see a sick person, they not only suffer because of their physical pain, but they suffer much because of the emotional pain that comes along with it. If you see parents because of their misbehaving kids, and children because of their parents, and couples because of lack of understanding or because the love has died down, or because they don't have children. And youth, if you see, they suffer because they're not able to overcome the temptations of the youth, or maybe the guilt of not being right with God, or the guilt of not being able to overcome their addictions. If you see, there's every family that is going through some kind of trauma. We can all bear a bit of physical pain, but we cannot bear the emotional pain. Only God can heal and deliver us from that. I want to remind you again, without pain, we don't see new beginnings. When Jesus was in this world, when his dear friend Lazarus died, his two sisters, Martha and Mary, experienced inexpressible grief. Their only hope was lost. Their only brother was lost. They had no source of hope or help. His dear friend Jesus, who was supposed to be there with them in this time of grief, wasn't there. He was late on purpose. In the same way, many of you must be thinking, where are all my prayers going? Why doesn't God seem to answer? Maybe that's the same thought that all the people in the village had when Lazarus died. Where is Jesus here? Didn't he say he was his friend? Didn't he dine with him? Why isn't he here? It's been already 4 days. Didn't he even come to do the last rites of Lazarus? But God doesn't work on our timetable. He doesn't work for us according to our convenience. We expect him to answer us in a fraction of time. But God comes late on purpose for his glory or to show the power of prayer. So is God selfish? Does he want me to suffer for his glory? Did that thought ever occur to you? It says in the Bible, Jesus wept. Did he not know that he's going to raise up Lazarus? Then why did he have to cry? Why did Jesus cry when everybody around him cried? Because his love is so vast for us that when we cry, he cries along with us. When we are in sorrow, he's in sorrow with us. When we harm ourselves, when we hurt ourselves, it's like we are piercing him yet again. He's there with us in our loneliest times. He's there with us in our darkest valleys. That's why in Psalm 139 it says, "Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there your hand will guide me. Your right hand will hold me fast." See, that is the love of the Father for us. In the same way, it's written in Job 29:18, "I will die in my own nest and I will multiply my days like the grains of sand." We see that it's written as grains of sand in English, but if you see the Arabic, Hebrew, Greek version of the same word, it writes about a very distinct bird called phoenix. Phoenix is a bird, it's a very strange bird, but it symbolizes power and strength. It inspires me a lot. One of the old apostles, Saint Clement, wrote about this bird. It's not mentioned in the Bible clearly, it doesn't describe clearly, but if you study about this bird, it lives approximately 500 years. I don't know how far this is true. It might have lived, or it might be just used as a symbol. It approximately lives for 500 years or longer than that. But when it comes to the end of its life, it dies in a show of flames and combustion, and it becomes ashes. But that does not mark the end of its life. It rises from the ashes and lives again. Does this remind you of somebody? It reminds me of Jesus. He died, but he rose again. See, Jesus is all about new beginnings. Just because you suffer some pain, just because you experience trauma, doesn't mean that it's the end. Jesus always raises up from the ashes. The same resurrection power that Jesus was raised from the dead, He has vested in each one of us who believes in Him. It is your time to strengthen yourself in the Lord. You have to tell your mind that you can do this. You have to tell yourself and encourage yourself in the Lord that you can come through out of this with God's help. Have you ever noticed a palm tree? A palm tree in storm? During the storm, a palm tree bends so much that it looks like it's going to break, but it doesn't break. It comes back to its normal position, its standstill position after the storm is over. As followers of Christ, when you are experiencing storms, pain, battles in your life, are you breaking? Are you giving up? Are you talking like, this is the end of me? This is over. I cannot overcome this. I cannot face this. I want you to take an inspiration from the palm tree. A palm tree bends according to the storm. What can you learn out of the storm that you're going through? What is God teaching you from the storm? Is God correcting you? Is God teaching you something? Is God making you strong? Let your mindset, renew your mind in a way that I will learn something out of this pain. I will come out of it stronger. I will come out of it much braver. I will rise from the ashes, just like the phoenix. That is why in Isaiah 61:3 it says, "For all the people who are mourning Israel, God gives beauty for ashes, and laughter and blessing for the sorrow that they went through." Do you believe that? God wishes to give you joy, a renewed mind, a stronger heart, and He wants to make you a stronger person. Don't ever think that this pain that you're going through will last forever. His companionship, His presence, His love will last with you forever. So please don't be afraid to go through pain, because through Christ, when you go through pain, with His help, you come out stronger, you come out tougher, you come out wiser, and you come out braver than you were yesterday. So I urge you today to take the help of the Lord and fight your battles, and you will definitely win with His help, and you will be a better, a stronger, and a wiser human being. God bless you.